Hi. Coming to pick up a camera?
X100VI.
Yes.
Finally you got it.
Finally, yes.
Finally got it.
Finally got it. My first Fujifilm camera.
Yes. Too good, sir.
Ein Freund, ein guter Freund, das ist das Beste, was es gibt auf der Welt. Ein Freund.
Okay, I finally got a new camera, and I got a camera that is very, very popular everywhere, which is the Fujifilm X100VI. So I'm definitely not a unicorn for getting this camera, which is basically the most hyped camera of the recent photography times, basically. What makes it interesting is why I bought this camera. I already own the A7 II, which is currently filming me, so this camera is basically in every way better than the Fujifilm X100VI. So let's talk about why I got this one anyways. This camera marks a turning point in my photography and probably even my life. I hope this camera will be like a memory piece for me for my time here in India. All my previous cameras were tools. I bought them to fulfill a specific job. This one has no particular job other than basically documenting my life. For my other cameras, I was just upgrading them whenever there was a better tool for the job, but for this one, I don't see really the need of doing that. And this camera is, for this use case of documenting life and being like a piece of memory for me, the perfect choice, because first of all, this is a fixed lens camera. This means that this is considered as a compact camera, which makes it, like, from a legal perspective, easier to bring it everywhere, because it's not really considered like a professional tool. If people look at it from the outside, you will get away with more things than you would if you bring your big full frame camera everywhere. Also, since it is a fixed lens camera, I don't really have the temptation of buying multiple lenses or feel like the need of upgrading every couple of years, because it has no system it has to function in. It's a standalone thing, and that's a beautiful thing about it. Of course, there come also a little bit of limitations with that, being fixed to this 35 equivalent lens, but I actually like that for this purpose. And then if you just think functionally about it, this camera basically peaked already. I don't really see many things that could be technically better about this camera. For my use case, there's a 40 megapixel, very modern APS-C sensor inside of here. Plenty of image quality for whatever I want to do with it. Also, it has a 35mm equivalent lens with an f2 aperture, which makes it very versatile for basically every situation. It has also in-body image stabilization, so this gives you a lot more flexibility even. And it has a built-in ND filter, and it shoots 6K 10-bit video. So all of these things together in this tiny body, like, how could it be any better? The only thing that maybe could be better about this, or not maybe, that could be definitely better about this, is the autofocus. I think, like, the algorithms behind it are fine, but the lens, it's very slow, and it's hunting, especially when you're doing like continuous autofocus and so on. But yeah, for most things, if it's not a critical thing, you will get away with it and it will work. And I don't mind a little bit of blurry pictures from time to time if they're setting the correct vibe anyways. And also, it produced very beautiful JPEGs because of the film simulations that are implemented here by Fujifilm, which make this camera also very popular. I don't use those film simulations basically at all, and that's not the reason why I got them, but it gives you a little bit more of a flexibility if for whatever reason I don't want to use my Lightroom catalog anymore. For whatever reason I don't want to edit images anymore, I can still get this camera to a point where it produces beautiful images and beautiful colors right out of the box without really having to do anything in post anymore. I want to keep this camera as long as possible. I'm already looking forward for it to have like a couple of wear and tear marks on here, that it gets a little bit of a patina, and even at some point if it would stop working, it's still such a beautiful piece of technology. You can just put it in the shelf somewhere and it will remain as this beautiful part of my life that it's reminding myself to. And still, however, my life will continue from this point. I don't think I will ever stop documenting it, because I bring cameras to basically everywhere I go for now multiple years already, and even if I sell all of my professional gear, even if I stop editing photos, I think this camera will always have a place in my life. Okay, and now let's talk about more of my mindset change regarding photography, and why this camera is something I bought now, but I would have not even considered buying it like a few years ago. My focus in photography has changed. It's not really about photographing the perfect sunrise anymore, and it's not longer about carrying all the possible gear just in case to have it with me. When I was in the phase of doing landscape photography, that was something that burned me out completely, because that was something I always thought about. I was like, I have to carry like all of those things to be like covered for every situation. If there's like an epic mountain scene, I need the big telephoto lens, but I also need like the widest wide angle of all possibilities. That was something that was like, wearing me down over the time, especially when it's only about like getting the perfect shot. It was not really about gathering memories in that moment. The pressure to get the perfect shot was too much, and sometimes it even ruined moments for me that I could have enjoyed otherwise. Because when you chase like this iconic landscape photography, the comparisons are there. You will always be like on Instagram seeing like other people who were at the same location, who had better light, who had more patience, who have more time to go to those places, who got a cleaner composition. At first it was like very motivating to tick like this iconic places in the world off from my bucket list. But looking back now, those pictures that I took back then, they don't really hold any value to me. It's nothing I am proud for myself about achieving. The photos I feel the strongest connection to are the unplanned ones. The ones that they are not the most epic, they are not technically perfect, but they are my memories. And that makes them infinitely more valuable to me than any shot I carefully planned in advance normally. That is what I mean with my mindset regarding photography changed. From I go out to photograph the sunrise, I will go out to the market at sunrise and will capture whatever I see. It's not like an expectation set to that. There's not like a specific photo I want to take. If I'm not able to take it, then my mood for the day will be a little bit down because of that. It's nothing like that anymore, and it feels very, very free to me approaching photography in this way. And having a dedicated camera for that makes me much more aware of my surroundings, and it amplifies the experience instead of taking anything away from it. I want to use this camera in my daily life here in India, and then we'll see if this camera will be actually become what I'm seeking out for currently. A companion for documenting life and not a tool for chasing perfection. It wasn't about specs, it wasn't about like, is this the best camera, is it worth the hype or anything. It is more of my inner process, how I feel about my own photography. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in whatever I'm up to next with this camera here in India, subscribe to this channel, and I would see you in the next one. Bye bye.